We have one more, just comments by Supervisor Lopez, item number 12, on, if you want to do that at the end. Thank you.
I'm gonna ask Ivana Foglia, this one's a lot more somber, but it's also upbeat. It's about one of the strongest women that I've ever known from Monterey County, one of our own, Darlene Acosta. You know, in the last 5 years, a lot of folks have talked about access to services and equity. She lived it for so many years, fighting for South County and asking for really access equity for our communities. She recently passed away. She was an incredible leader in our communities. She was a city councilwoman in the community of Greenfield, a city councilwoman in the community of King City, and more importantly, her day job, which she said was God's work, was working to pull our kids out of the grips of addiction, and more importantly, going upstream and stopping them from ever even accessing drugs and alcohol. She was a powerful force in South County who worked in non-traditional ways, and I can tell you that because before key decisions, I knew about 6:30 my phone was going to ring and it was going to be Dee. And she wouldn't tell me what to do. She'd just say, I know you're going to make the right decision. Let me tell you what the right decision is, but I know you're going to make the right decision. When I chose to run for office, it was one of those scariest decisions you ever make because you're putting yourself out there. And I remember sitting at an event 2 days after we announced that we were going to put our name in the hat. And she came up to me, and I told her, I was honest with her, because I grew up with Dee like a grandma. Dee's grandkids and I were in school together, and so she was always there at our sports games. And I said, you know, I'm kind of an imposter syndrome. That's what I feel. I'm feeling and fearing. And she said, oh, Chris, that's the silliest thing I've ever heard. She said, it's your time and you're ready. And she gave me a big hug. And every time I saw her, she started with a hug. And I left with my emotional tank just a little fuller than when I started the conversation with her. Her family isn't here with us today because they're doing a private burial with her today. And so just want to thank them for giving me the okay to make this presentation, and thank them for the time that they sacrificed, because Dee was a public service member right up till the very end. She only stepped back from her role as city council less than a week before her passing. She was an incredible champion for South County, for our communities, just a girl from San Ardo who made it and made life better for every single person who lives in Monterey County. And with that, I'm wondering if Anna will share with us what she shared yesterday at Dee Services.
Thank you so much. I don't know what more I could really add. You said everything beautifully. Shannon and her 6 grandchildren and her 2 great-grandchildren wanted to be here today. Dee passed away very quickly, just over a few months. She's going to be with us forever. Her mission was all about helping kids have a fair chance of life, preventing alcohol and drug-related trauma in the community, trying to limit access and have adults support that so that kids can actually have an opportunity to grow their own minds and make their own choices. There is a youth center that we're in the middle of the building down in King City. She was a big part of bringing state money into services all over Monterey County, but especially in King City. And we will be dedicating the center to her, and it will be the Darlene Acosta Youth Center when it opens, hopefully in June. And we'll invite everyone to come and celebrate her life and never forget her and all the work she's done. And these are her colleagues with me today. Thank you.
I want to add, today here we have Abra. She was also chair with Dee in our Parts Coalition, and she was a huge advocate for our Parts Coalition. She did a lot of work, advocacy to get policies in order, to advocate for the youth, for all the services that we're able to provide. She was 100% committed to Sun Street Centers. She did everything that she could till the last day, just as she retired from City Council. She retired practically the week before she passed with Century Centers too, and today we have our new manager for South County that, had the pleasure of working alongside with Dee, and, she has some big shoes to fill, but she's doing an amazing job too, and I'm glad she was able to come here today. We also have another of her coworkers, manager from the Salinas site, and so I'm just happy that we are able to recognize Dee, and we're definitely going to continue her legacy and continue the work that she started and left for us to continue working on, because she was a very strong advocate. But when she was in the hospital, she reminded Anna and I, like, we have to continue this work. We can't forget this. We can't forget that. And we'll definitely continue that. So thank you so much for commemorating her this way.
Thank you all for giving us the space to memorialize an incredible woman and an advocate for Southern Monterey County.